Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Edge Sports Network. Nick here again. We have another interview for you guys here on this Monday with Rob Perry of Stetson Men's Basketball. Rob, thanks for joining us on the side. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you guys for having me today.
Yeah, no problem. Of course, we'd love to hear from you a little bit about your high school career, your first season at Stetson. So we'll dive right into it. I always like to start with the high school career here, kind of how you got to where you are. I know you were very successful in high school, led your team to a state title as a senior, played in a top 25 high school program, and I know you were also the state tournament MVP. You had 32 points in the championship game in the title win. You also went to 4A Sports Academy in Orlando for a post-grad year. So how did high school and the Sports Academy really help you out at Stetson? How did that prepare you for your college experience in D1 basketball?
Definitely was a great experience. Coming out of high school,
Mm-hmm.
just didn't get the looks that I deserved. Or sometimes got overlooked. But it was a greater purpose. 4A definitely helped me. They growed me mentally, physically. Definitely took time to myself to just reflect and get better on the things that I need to get better on. And that moment came, and Stetson took the chance on me, and I just came in with the mindset to develop and grow as a player, and that carried over from high school to prep school, now to college. So I just keep the same mentality as I keep going day by day through whatever I'm going through or through whatever I'm staying in the line and staying focused with.
Yeah, and I know not every guy obviously takes the prep year. You obviously took that route. Now, when you take that route, is it more of acquiring new skills in the post-grad year, or is it more just kind of refining the skills that you had in high school to kind of tune those up for college?
I would definitely say it's a little bit of both. You
Mm-hmm.
definitely want to stick to also what you're good at, and you definitely want to, grow and get better at some things that you're not good at. So I took that time to get better at
Mm-hmm.
what I was good at, and I took some time to get better at some things that I wasn't so good at, and it just helped me for the future. So things as I took that time to grow, it just helped me, and it just took me to a different level.
Yeah, and I know you obviously looked great in your freshman year, so I don't know if it was a combination of high school and the post grad, but something obviously clicked there. You come out your freshman season, 15.1 points per game, 5.1 rebounds, 1.6 assists. You shot 44% from the field, 43% from three. We're going to talk about your three-point shooting a little bit later, and then 70% from the charity stripe. So, I mean, you looked very comfortable, but how was making that adjustment from high school to post grad to college? Was it as easy as you made it look, or did you really face any challenges along the way to make that transition?
I definitely faced challenges.
Mm-hmm.
I faced challenges throughout picking schools. I faced challenges throughout, you know, just developing me, my body.
Mm-hmm.
I faced challenges throughout the basketball world, things not going my way. I faced challenges through adversity, criticism. So I just took all of that, and it just helped me. So from high school to post grad, it was a big challenge because I didn't know what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
So as I took on that challenge, it just made me even to a better person, just grew me as I went into college. So as I went into college as a freshman, I didn't think that the minutes and the recognition that I was gonna get was gonna happen that quick. But that's just how some things go. And I was just already mentally prepared from high school, from the top teams in the country, from post grad, from
Mm-hmm.
AAU, playing all the top guys. So all of those things just helped me, and molded me into the person that I am today. So it all just clicked once I got to school, and I just had that mentality, and it just stayed with me.
Yeah, I mean, you looked extremely confident in that freshman campaign, especially beyond the arc. I mean, can't have an interview with you without talking about your three-point shooting. You finished with the highest percentage in the conference, 43%. If we want to get technical, 42.6. But three-point shooting, such a big part of the game today. What really goes into the training to develop your shot from three, and how do you maintain the consistency? Because 43% is video game numbers right there. I mean, how do you maintain that consistency, especially with a part of your game that's becoming increasingly larger in college basketball and the NBA?
I would definitely say a lot of muscle memory,
Mm-hmm.
just taking it day by day, before practice, after practice, during practice. You just want to be consistent with your reps. You just want to keep muscle memory and always tell yourself, hey, if I miss it, I got to shoot it again. Because if I don't, I'm going to miss the shot. So you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So you tell yourself not to take a shot, you'll never know if you make it. So I just always tell myself, if this looks like a good shot or if it looks like a shot I can get off and I'm confident, I know it'll go in. And if I miss it, that shot will come again, and then the next time I'll make it. Because eventually you'll make it. Eventually you're going to go in. So you keep the muscle memory and you keep the reps and consistency in your head, and it all just becomes repetition to you.
Yeah, you were extremely consistent scoring-wise. And I know I read an article by the Daytona Beach News Journal, and they had talked with you, and you mentioned that a lot of people kind of doubted your abilities to play D1 basketball and, kind of doubted if you had the talent to do so. You come out, you lead your conference in three-point shooting percentage. You average 15 points a game, lead the team in scoring. You're seen as a leader as a freshman. What does it mean to you to, kind of come out, have the season that you just had, show those people that doubted you that you can play D1 basketball and you can not only play it, but you can exceed at this level and be a team leader?
Oh, it definitely means a lot to me, coming from where I come from. So it means a lot. It just not only shows the work that I put in, but it means a lot, to show others the work that I put in. And, I couldn't be more proud to thank nobody but, the coaching staff that took a chance on me and my teammates, that was involved in helping me lead the team or just, gave me the courage, just gave me the trust to lead the team, and I just couldn't be more proud of me and the teammates and the guys that, helped me get to where I am at this point today. So it means a lot to me, but it just, it just shows the work, the continuous countless hours you put in, that it'll all pay off. And, eventually the people that doubt you will become believers one day.
Yeah, I think you certainly made people believers. And I think what really did make people believers, not only your stats, but you come into a program that was a 7-win team. And at the end of this year, you guys finished with 16 wins. You helped add 9 wins to this team's total just in your freshman season. So, what went into that? What did you notice about not only your play this year, but also your team's play? I know you mentioned that, your teammates really helped you out, helped you be a leader. So what have you noticed about the team chemistry, and what was Stetson basketball like this season?
The chemistry definitely, came along, as a team, as we got our team, we added 7 new guys to the whole new program. So, it was kind of hard at first, kind of tough. Every team faces adversity. So I would say, it was kind of tough at first. But, once we got it to click, it clicked pretty well. And I would say, over time, we just had to know ourselves, know our role, and know everything that we know we can do and know we can't do. So, over time, that comes with a new team. And then, that's just how teams develop. That's how they grow. That's how they begin the trust, the credibility, the strength, and what you can and what you can't do. And I just think it took a little time for us to get that. But we knew we were a good team and we could win, but we just had to know ourselves first. And I'll say our style of play of basketball, it was just, we have 2 veteran guys, veteran coaches, Coach Jones and Coach Sir. So those guys been with the game a long time, and they know a lot. So what they mainly tell us is that, we try to play a fast style play of basketball, get up and down the court, screens, and just play with freedom, with confidence. And those guys give us a lot of freedom on the court, and they give us a lot of styles and options to play basketball. So our style of play, I wouldn't say is like no other, it's like an NBA style of play. So I definitely appreciate them for that. And, they definitely teach us and show us a lot of sources and credibility that we didn't have.
Yeah, I know your guys' team chemistry grew over the season, as most teams do. You guys started to look really comfortable, but you yourself, I know your second college basketball game ever. You dropped 34 points on 12 of 18 shooting against Western Illinois. How much confidence do you gain from a game like that, especially one that's so early in your career? As I mentioned, just your second game. First game, I feel like you kind of get the butterflies out. Second game, you just go off for 34 points. How does that feel? I can't even imagine, because I know a lot of guys, they come into the NCAA and it's pretty nerve-wracking, whole new level, but your second game and you seem to already have this down. How did that feel going out there having a performance like that?
Definitely felt great. Coach Jones always preaches confidence. He always preaches have the mindset, have the will to just come out and play. And then just from that jump from the game, we had a chip. And then because they haven't won a road game in 2 years. So
Mm-hmm.
I just came with that mindset like it has to change. Something has to be different. And from the start, like I just knew like, all right, this is the game, like, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to win. And I just had that mentality, like I'm gonna win, and no matter what it takes, I'm gonna try to win this game. So I just was hot, and my teammates did a great job, finding me, and the coaching staff just did a good job of, putting the ball in my hands. So that right there just gave me confidence alone. And then me as my player, my mentality wise, that just stuck with me. So all that just came into one, and it played as one. And it turns out, it came out the way it did, and I couldn't be more proud of it.
Yeah, it was a great game. I think you kind of used it as fuel for the rest of your season. It was a great point to jump off at right there. And just the beginning of a really good season for you. And I know that your team, obviously, as we mentioned, had a good year as well. You added 9 wins. So to close up here, I mean, you have 3 years left in this program. Year 1 was a huge success. Great individual season for you and your team. I mean, what's next for you guys? You got 3 years left in this program. You obviously have just kind of scraped the surface of your potential here. What are some goals that you have individually in your time during your time at Stetson, and also for this team? Because if you added 9 wins this year, I mean, obviously you guys really haven't reached the ceiling yet here. You guys could just keep going up from here. So what do you see, 2-3 years down the road coming out of Hatters basketball?
Oh, man, definitely. I'm going to start as a team, Sky's always the limit for us. We added 9 wins this last year. We were picked last in the conference. So that's going to stay with me forever. And I hope it stays with my team forever as I, put that in guys' minds this upcoming year. Like, we were picked last. So I want that to always stay with us, to give us the drive, the motivation. And we were short of our goal this year, but I can guarantee you for next year coming for Stetson basketball, our goal is to get to the NCAA tourney. Our goal is to be A-Sun champs. So we're hoping not to fall short of that goal. Like, we're going to do whatever it takes, to get to that goal. And I'm just looking forward to it, and I can't wait. And for me, just as an individual, I'm going to continue to keep growing as a leader. I'm going to continue to grow as a player. I'm going to continue to go as a person, And my goal is to always, and which was always been my goal, is to get to the NBA, I want to perfect myself to the point where that I want to do everything good enough to when I go to the draft that there's no weaknesses. And I want my year 2 to be even better than my year 1. And Lord knows where that will take me, So I'm just shooting for the stars as always. And I'm just going to keep going as a player, keep growing, keep getting better, and just keep learning from others to exceed and excel in what I need to do. But you definitely see big things coming from Stetson Hatters,
Great attitude to have right there. Unbelievable first season for you. I'm sure we'll be hearing your name plenty of times over the next 3 years. Rob Perry, everyone. Rob, thanks so much for joining us on the site today. Really appreciate it.
No problem. I appreciate you guys for having me.
No problem at all, guys. You can follow Rob on Twitter. We'll put his link down below if you guys want to follow his career. Also, there will be a link to the Stetson men's basketball homepage. You guys can check out news and updates there. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us here on Edge Sports Network for another interview. We'll catch you guys next time.